GMS family, if you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. Appreciate you. Roll up. Yo, 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 yo. Everybody, what's happening, man? Good afternoon. Hope everybody's having a good day, man. Hope everybody is in a positive mood. You know, we always start this shit out with positive energy. Hope everybody was getting to the bag today. Hope everybody was just overall just in a great fucking mood, man. It's Wednesday, but that's no excuse. You always got to stay in that mindset, man. What's going on, everybody? Lady Aries, Black Man America, Aries, what's going on? Yo. So, of course, we got to talk about this shit that has caught my eye and ear and attention. And I like to sit here and talk about it with you guys and get your perspective on it all as well. It seems as though the Texas Senate has said, fuck your history. And when I say your history, I'm talking about us as black and brown individuals. Now, it's not a shock to me, to say the least. Sorry, I'm getting notifications. My bad. Oh, they just keep on running. They just keep on coming. They just keep on coming. Hold on, let me exit her. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to log out of YouTube. Let me log out of YouTube. But anyway, like I said, this has caught my eyes and ears for a reason. It's not, you know, it's so much so that I'm shocked because, for one, it's Texas. It's the deep South, and we all know the history of the deep South. What up, Jay Monte? What's happening? The only reason I do want to speak on it is because now we're in a generation now where people are going to start trying to change history to how they want it. The same way they did to us before we got in school. You know how we figured out when we got older that they weren't teaching us, or even some kids back in the day knew, but you know, I was one of those people that didn't catch on until later that they was teaching us a whole bunch of the shit that they just wanted us to listen to or wanted us to learn. It wasn't even giving us the history that we should have learned in the first place. Kid at heart, Bianca, what's happening? And it fucked me up because of how much of history was being lied. We were being lied to a lot. And for that, I want to be able to, you know, use my platform and use my voice to continue to lead and steer people and steer our youth in the right way by letting them know that what's happening is on purpose and it's not fair, and they're trying to erase our history. One punch line. I see that too. I saw that last night, man. Craig Fax made a comeback to the 5150 show. We'll talk about that later on. Or I might just do a whole show on it later. Who knows? If y'all want to pull up for that too. You said my mic is low? You said turn my mic up. Can y'all hear me? Am I good? Is my mic good? Check, check. 1, 2. Can you hear me? We good? James Jones, appreciate you. So with that said, you know, some people think it's just a Texas thing, but what you guys got to understand is Texas is involved with creating all of the textbooks around this country for every school. So it won't just be a Texas problem. Texas passing this in the Senate, because it needs to go to the House, and I doubt that it's gonna pass, just given the response that it's gotten from the public. But at the same time, what you need to understand is they do make the textbooks for all the schools around the country. So if they pass this bill, it's not only going to affect Texas, it's going to affect everyone's kids around the country. And all those kids are going to get misinformation. All those kids are not going to learn about certain. And it's crazy because one of the things they took out of there, which I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna read this article to you guys, because one of the things that they mentioned Martin Luther King. And what up, Hank? And it's funny because how many times have certain white individuals tried to make Martin Luther King the ideal black person to be in America through the years? How many times has that happened? To where every time they see somebody protesting, they see people having civil unrest, they go back and try to refer to Martin Luther King. Why don't you be like Martin Luther King? And guess what? Now they want to take that shit out the school too. Taking out the whole speech, the whole I Have a Dream speech, the shit that they love to recite to try to make it seem like that was the big speech of peace. But guess what? He got yoked. Rest in peace to Martin Luther King, but they didn't give a fuck about you back then either, my guy. Now we have a situation where we have to talk to our kids about the shit that they're trying to do in the schools and try. And that's why I like, that's one thing I like about social media is the simple fact that, you know, with this type of shit, you know, they could have did this under wraps. How many times back in the day without just like, not even the news, like, I don't even think it would have really had any coverage on the news locally here or statewide. Like, really, they probably would have mentioned it once or twice on the news about what Texas is trying to do with the school curriculum. But if there was no social media, we really wouldn't even hear about it like that and wouldn't even know. And the textbooks would just change overnight and motherfuckers would just go out to all the schools, and that'll be the shift in how they start to narrate the future and try to get away from that horrific, brutalizing past that they came from. How could you be somebody to try to erase history and then get mad when people want to tear down statues? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure that young black and brown kids don't know about certain shit in their history, even though it's important shit to learn about this country, because you're trying to save face. Let me read this shit off to you, man. I'm going to read this shit off to you so you guys can get better context of what's going on over here. Hold on, let me see. Am I good? Is my camera good? All right, we good. So, Texas Senate bill drops teaching requirement that Ku Klux Klan is morally wrong. That's another thing that they did. Now, in a new political law in Texas, the Republican-dominated state Senate has passed a bill to eliminate a requirement that public schools teach that Ku Klux Klan and its white supremacist campaign of terror are morally wrong. Those are actual words. What up, USMC? The cut is among some 24 curriculum requirements dropped from the new measure, along with studying Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech and works of United Farm Workers leader Cesar Chavez, Susan B. Anthony's writings about the women's suffrage movement, and, of course, Native American history. Some people say the state is promoting an anti-civics education, which is crazy because of how much they want to celebrate their history and how much we're damn near forced to be celebrating their history every chance we get through the months of the years. They don't ever let you forget war and all the great things that they did in the government by passing certain Emancipation Proclamation. They want you to love all that shit. But just remember, when it comes to your history, you black and brown people out there, they don't give a damn about any of that. And it's not just the Texas Senate. There's a lot of people that feel that way. They wouldn't have brought this to the table. They wouldn't have brought this to their Senate if it wasn't more people outside of Texas in the government that feels this way. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna just ain't nobody just gonna put this on the table and be like, yeah, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So now it says that includes eliminating. So all right, Senate Bill 3 passed last Friday, 18-4. 18-4. And it drops most mentions of people of color and women from the state's required curriculum. That includes eliminating a requirement that students be taught the history of white supremacy, including but not limited to the institution of slavery and eugenics movement and the Ku Klux Klan and the ways in which it was morally wrong. Now, just because the Ku Klux Klan isn't allowed to just chill on the streets with police like they normally do back in the day when it was cool to be a Ku Klux Klan member, now they got to hide and come out and talk to the police, a.k.a. their friends and family members, to give them permits to go and protest or stand in front of certain places and display their hate. They have to sit out here. And it doesn't mean that they're not prominent or that their hate doesn't live and that their ideologies doesn't live through their families in different generations. We can't go and seek out the Ku Klux Klan as a terrorist organization. They won't, even though Donald Trump made it. And I don't even know, was that a real bill? Did he actually pass that, or did he just say he wanted to make them an official terrorist organization? Donald Trump said he wanted to make them. I don't know if he actually passed a bill that made him that, because if that was the case, they should have been going to all these cities in different states because they know exactly where they're located. Like I said, some of these people are law enforcement. So it's not like they can't find these people. Sean Harris said, I got a solution to this. How about they take history out of school altogether? Learning all that bullshit didn't help me get a damn job. Hey, man, how about we just let our families teach us? Because honestly, life experience is better than sitting up there listening to a whole bunch of people that don't know or don't care about what it is that you're dealing with. I learned a lot more from my mom and my elders than I did from being at school learning about history from a motherfucker who could care less about who I am and where I come from or where my people come from. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. USMC says, it's our job to educate our children about our history. If we don't, the schools are going to condition them and indoctrinate them. You're right. Yep, Sean said, my family taught me more about history than the schools. You damn right. Like I said, the best way to learn about your history is through your family. And then you see the fact that how that works for certain other families of the lighter complexion. You see how their ideologies and their history got passed down to certain people and how they have continued to be who they are today because of what they were taught by their family. We were taught a lot by our family, which is why we move the way that we move today. And I pray that a lot of y'all have family members who really taught y'all the real about how to move out here. That's why I'm glad I wasn't subjected to being the fucking the real token black guy, being the school that I went to and the people that I was around. I didn't like that shit. And I always saw through that shit. I never wanted to have validation from white people. I never did. I think I understood the fact that white people were more infatuated with us than actually fucking with us, like in genuine form. And of course, I'm not talking about all white people. You know exactly what white people I'm talking about. Of course, y'all do. Y'all know what the fuck going on. I hate saying certain white people or whatever the fuck case may be. You know what white people I'm talking about. We in America. Talking Parodies Over Food said, "What up, though, GMS? We are here in Houston, and these fools are crazy. They changed the textbooks to say our ancestors were indentured servants versus slaves. Now they are changing the KKK narrative. Indentured servants. Even indentured servants got some type of compensation. These were slaves." And like I said, that just proves my point to earlier about how they want to save face. They're tired of that clap. First of course, you're going to get tired of hearing about something when you refuse to take accountability for it. The government has not taken accountability, and they have not faced any type of repercussions or consequences for what happened to an entire race of people for multiple hundreds of years. When you can't face the reality and when you cannot be or hold yourself accountable, regardless if you were born back then or if you were a slave or not, or were a slave master or not, it clearly doesn't matter when it comes to certain Native families, when you have to continue to pay. And even then, they don't get that well of land when they are given shit from this government. But at least motherfuckers get paid. And then when you have certain individuals who, what up, Joe Blast? Who you have to, like, first of all, and don't let this country fool you. They don't give a fuck about the veterans either. They like to play that role like they give a shit about the veterans, but the reason why they have to play that role so well is because they have to continue to have people fight for them. I don't know if anybody's ever caught on to that. But the reason why the Army, the Navy, all that shit is put up on the highest pedestal is not because these people risk their lives for their family and for other people in this country. See, it's not the troops' fault. The troops go into war with their genuine intentions to actually fight for this country because that's what they believe. That's what they were told. The government are the people to look at sideways because these people are going into war for their own agendas. Now, I'm getting off point, but I'm just showing you the fact that they really haven't given a fuck. Hold on, let me see that towel. Let me wipe my camera off real quick. Sorry, y'all, give me 1 second. Is that cool? That's cool. Now, with this new bill that still needs to pass the House, here's a picture right here. Here's why Governor Abbott added critical race theory to the special session. He doesn't want our kids to learn that white supremacy is morally wrong. You read that right. We must trust our teachers. We must defend the truth in our classrooms. SB 3, Senate Bill 3, does the opposite. This picture shows you what they have cut off. The measure slices out more curriculum requirements from an already restrictive Texas education law, HB 3979. I don't understand those letters and numbers, but I'm just going to say it. It passed last month as part of conservatives' fear-mongering about critical race theory. See, when they heard about critical race theory, they got scared as shit. A framework for studying institutional racism that is rarely taught in K-12 schools. The term critical race theory is not explicitly mentioned in either the law that passed or this current Senate bill. The new bill echoes language from the last month's law that bars teachers from requiring students to develop an understanding of the 1619 Project, which calls for a far more profound examination of the significance of slavery in American history. Please listen to this. This is important shit. This is why I do these shows, man. I don't just do reaction videos. I don't just talk about the bullshit and the current. Nah, this shit is important to listen to and important to learn so that we can pass this on to our children and pass it on to anybody that we know, because we need to be the voices for ourselves. We can't depend on any of these media outlets, even if they are acting like they are in favor of us. They're still outlets that like to trigger people and get people to have hysteria and confusion and like to keep people separated. What we need to do is take this information and just pass it along and continue to keep ourselves educated with this type of shit. It also retains the language that teachers may not be compelled to discuss current events or controversial issues of public policy or social affairs, and that if they do, they can give difference to any one perspective. So, for the people that like to talk about Black Lives Matter as an organization because they like to defer from the actual point of Black lives mattering, like the lives, the actual human lives, these are those people. They got terrified when Black people started to speak up and fight back and raise hell. It's going on 2 years of pure fright and terror from the other side because they're scared of what might actually happen. See, it's funny. I want to play that clip. I don't have it, but I want to quote it because Cat Williams said something very, very prominent that stuck out to me. He said, white people are afraid of something that has never happened, which is they think that anger and that rage that we have and that we feel, that they feel like we're just going to unleash upon them, that we've just been holding in for hundreds and hundreds of years. That shit's never going to happen because we are better people than that. And we've been better people than that. Because if we were those type of barbaric individuals, we would have did that in the beginning like they did. That's not in our nature. As barbaric and as crazy and as animalistic as they try to view or make us seem and spread that narrative and continue to pinpoint places in the hood to describe who Black people are, they will never, ever, ever bring us to a point where we are the ones who are violent, destructive, terroristic type motherfuckers. And that's all. That's all I say about that. USMC says, hold on. Sean Harris says, I'm a first responder and I can say they really don't care about our military vets. See? And there's many stories like that. Many stories like that. USMC say, you're speaking facts. The government don't give a fuck about the American people. They want us to fight each other. Exactly. Now, that's another thing. We talk about systematic racism being in certain areas and certain aspects of life. I've come to figure out that not only has systematic racism existed, but I think people in really high positions figured out early on what they can do to try to control the people. Let me pop this beer, man. Let me drink this beer so I can calm my levels. Talking about this shit be having me be and we've gotten to the point now where I think they understand that as long as they keep us divided, as long as they keep us fighting each other and keep arguing and bickering and going back and forth on social media over shit that they're putting out to the masses, and meanwhile in the background doing weird shit like this, changing curriculums and making sure they're changing the history of certain shit so that kids can't grow up learning about the barbaric ass history of this country. Come on now. Side note, not to mention all these billionaires trying to take test flights to space. It's kind of weird that they're doing that now. All these natural disasters happening, different shit going on with the earth. They talking about global warming. They talking about different shit. But all of a sudden, now all these billionaires back to back are taking test flights outer space. They ain't doing that shit for fun. I think something else is going on, but we'll talk about that later. Let me mention that to me later so we can go on our conspiracy slides. But let's see. Black man said, Dave Chappelle said it best. We need a black delegation. Whites should not make decisions for black or brown people. They never should have, but that's just the world we live in. Bianca said, I'm listening while I'm working, so can't chat much. It's all good, Bianca. Shout out to you for even pulling in here while you are at work. Lady Aries said, but honestly, GMS, do you think that is a bit of the problem? Do you think we are too docile? No, I think we are where we're supposed to be, because regardless of how this country has treated us, we've always been blessed as a people because of how we've always been in our spirits. It's never been about the different shit that we have done physically on this earth, you know, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? The fact that our spirits have never been broken has made us and has spearheaded us as gods in this country. And because of that, we are blessed. Like I've always said, we push this culture forward. We push a lot of shit. It's funny. They used to hate us, and now every single race in some way, shape, or form wants to be like us. Talk like us, dress like us, dance like us, rap like us, sing like us, make shit, bounce basketballs, throw footballs, and hit baseballs like us, all that shit. I'm just saying. Aries said exactly. They figured out how to manipulate people. TV started as an experiment to see how they could manipulate and influence people. We're in the 21st century, so now they stepped it up. Yeah, because now everything is by a phone. We have access to our phones, and social media, first of all, nothing gets past the government. I don't care if Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook. All the content, everything that is put on there, all the money he makes, all the rules and regulations, they still have to be approved by the government. The government. So, regardless of what's going on out here, the government has a hand in everything. And when there's trending topics and when there's shit going out to the public about certain shit, they control the narrative on a lot of the shit that goes out, which is funny because that proves the point as to how they can literally take down Donald Trump's Twitter after he is done being president. They probably wanted to before then, but hey, he was running the show. So they couldn't. But as soon as that man got out of there, they said, fuck, you're gone. Get the fuck out of here. You don't run shit no more. Take the Secret Service. Get the fuck out. For real. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta read some more, y'all. Let's see. Sorry. I gotta do this. Lady Aries and some. Oh, you responded. Okay. USMC says, up here in Oakland, California, you see white folks with Black Lives Matter signs in their windows, but we know damn well they don't care about black folks or minorities. It's an act from these Karens. That's something I talked about in the previous show too. If you drive around here in Minneapolis, specifically Minneapolis, where all the bullshit is going down and all the other shit, you gonna see a lot of Black Lives Matter signs in people's yards and in their windows. And it's a sign of protection more than it is niggas caring about lives. I've never seen that many signs up in people's fucking houses and shit. And I'm talking about not even just in the city. In the burbs too. In the burbs. And you could tell it was a war of the two Karens, the two type of Karens. The one Karen that is down with the cause and who's an ally but would like snap off. randomly and like go overboard about snapping off about like how Black Lives Matter, and then you have the one Karen who hates Black Lives Matter or hates black people, period, and then she'll have like the Trump 2020 sign in her yard, and then the neighbor have a Black Lives Matter sign in their yard, and every time they pull out, they'll look at each other with their fucking Starbucks and Caribou Coffee fucking mugs in their hands and like fucking give each other the side eye and like pull out, and then all of a sudden all the shit blew up in fucking Minnesota and Minneapolis, all the riots start happening, and the next thing you know, you start noticing that somebody's sign got ripped, and next thing you know, they call fucking neighborhood watch and the police because their sign got ripped and their property's fucked up, and now they gotta fucking have a Karen war. Yeah, shit like that's been happening. Sign of the suburbs. Black man said, fucking facts. They love black culture, but not black people, or they love us only as long as they can use our creativity and genius. When they have no need for us, we are discarded. You're right. Nuke says, we got black politicians at the border crying for illegals while black kids in their districts can't find work. And it's all a show. Now, that's another thing about politicians, too, that I want people to remember. A lot of these politicians, no matter what they're selling you, will always end up out for self. The main goal is to get to that politician level of notoriety and wealth. They want to look good, but they also want to be paid. And they also want the connections. And they also need to build. So the only way they can build is to get, when you're in the politics game, you have to run into somebody who does not have your best interest at heart. And they have to be the person to help you get to the next level. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to make sure that you start to believe in the shit that they believe in and fall back from your own ideologies. And then you start being like everybody else eventually. And then that's a wrap. Man, that's what kills me about this shit too. It's like we already have to have a conversation within ourselves. Let me take this off the screen. We already have to have a conversation with ourselves as a people to get ourselves back on track and back in focus. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the movement, the way that people were loud and the way that people brought the attention to black lives is what got more of the message across than the people out there going straight to the organization. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Fuck Black Lives Matter as the organization. I care about my people's lives. That is what matters to me. I couldn't believe an organization started in the first place. First of all, think about this. How do you start an organization, right? One organization, base it somewhere, and have multiple protests all across the country, get multiple donations, multiple millions of dollars of donations, but none of this money is being, I'm not even, you know what? We're not even going to talk about that. We're not even going to talk about that. But you know exactly what I mean. Just like my man said earlier, there's kids here. There's shit going on here in the country with our people, with our youth, with the way that they see the world, with the way that they have been interacting with each other, with the fact that now, even if there are opportunities, the fact that the narrative now is that there are limited opportunities. People don't even think about the fucking bar that they can reach. They set that bar so low for themselves because of how they already think, how they already been conditioned. And that's not the shit that we need to be into. We know we have these outlets. We know we have these opportunities. We know we have these skills. We know that we're talented. We know that we're smart. We know that we can get shit done. We know that we're resilient. We know that we're powerful. We know that we can do anything we ever put our minds to. So the fact that we can have this information and have any type of access to anything, it makes no sense why we are out there trying to push shit to try to actually make a change of something. People really, and I found that out too in the past few years. People just like the attention of shit. People love the attention. As dangerous as they tried to make shit seem, which it really was, when people was like when you saw shit go down with the police and protesters, when people was getting shot with tear gas, when people was getting shot with rubber bullets and all types of shit, getting beat the fuck up, getting maced, all this types of shit. That was happening to the people that was really out there trying to fucking raise they was about it. Those are the people that was really about it and really gave a fuck about our lives and actually wanted to make a change and actually went toe to toe with the police because they was willing to risk their lives to prove or to make some type of change. The other motherfuckers out there during the day holding signs and wearing t-shirts and walking down the street and then going back the fuck home are the people that just want to be seen and the people that just want to say, hey, I did this and I did that. You got to understand, like, a lot of that genuine shit is lost out here. You only have a few genuine people left in every group of people. That's just how I feel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Hit the bell just so you can get them notifications for when I go live. Black Man said, we still fighting for civil rights in 2021 while they take away rights. Exactly. Anthony said, I have so many of my black students who are lost and being directed away from science into psychology and communication, etc. Fuck out of here. That won't get you anywhere and get you into serious student debt. And get into serious student debt. Yeah, exactly. Black Man said all these reasons and they want to ask why blacks don't want the and that's another thing, man. Wasn't there a video that just came out of Kamala Harris saying some shit about how the Bible says we have to take the vaccine? Isn't there a video of that, or am I tripping? Didn't that just happen? Are y'all hearing this for the first time, or do y'all know about this? Because I was scrolling on WorldStar, and I scrolled past the video, and I was like, I'm not even going to watch this, because somebody had to doctor this or something, or this is out of context. I don't even care. Because if that was the case, I mean, of course, a lot of shit is obvious. You know what I'm saying? When they try to do certain shit to try to get first of all, the door-to-door shit was already wild as fuck. In my lifetime, I've never heard of anything like that. Motherfuckers going door to door and like making sure you take the vaccine. I haven't heard of that. But to say that the Bible said, allegedly this was something I saw scrolling past WorldStar. We talk about WorldStar. That's why I'm just bringing it up to see if anybody else heard about it. And I can't really talk too much about that situation, or else YouTube is gonna block me or get me messed up. So like, it just refrain from using certain words in the chat, and I'm gonna refrain from using certain words as I speak. But yeah, I think she said it was in the Bible. He said what verse? Shit, I don't know. She's like, teach your kids real history, black ownership, survival tactics, and how to shoot. Talking parodies over food. Yeah, I understand that too. I'm down with that. And that's why I hate the narrative behind, you have the what's that the NRA, which is just like a white gun club that lets in a few and allows a few black people to be the face of it so that they won't look so damn racist. But the NRA, they're all about the guns. They're all blah, 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 blah. But then you have a black family in a picture holding guns, and motherfuckers go to certain assumptions. It's just the conditioning that it is out here, which I definitely think we need to teach our kids more about gun safety and how to use guns and take them to the range, take them shooting, get their aim right. I think that's something that we should do as a community, definitely. Let's see. Ron Brown said the number one job of the American government is to keep the people fighting, confused, and separated. Number two is to protect the assets of the 1%. You are right. Now, see, now if I look it up, I feel like YouTube's gonna block this video. And we just got monetized, y'all. The channel got monetized, so I'm able to monetize shit. So I don't want to be, I don't want to be out here. You know what I'm saying? Getting fucked up early. You know what I'm saying? I just got monetized, so it's like I don't want YouTube coming from my neck so early. I want to be able to build this audience so we can get more ears and more people to listen to what we have to say. And I want more people to tune into what y'all have to say. This is another reason why I'm glad I have such a great group of people that enter the chat room every day, because the more people that do come here, the more people that will see how intuitive and how intellectual and how smart you guys are and how much you really involve yourself in the conversation and actually have real input. You know what I'm saying? Not on no weird troll shit. But anyway, let me write some shit. Or let me read some shit. As far as this goes, as far as this whole government shit goes with the Senate, I'm not gonna say too much about it. I'm not gonna say too much about it. You know how I feel about it. I actually want to change the subject a little bit. I kind of want to change the subject a little bit. I said I was gonna come back to something. We said something about some type of conspiracies. What was I talking about? Damn. What was I gonna talk about? Somebody remind me. Kamala. Kamala. We're talking about Kamala Harris. Kamala. Bruh, Donald Trump was fucking stupid, but you gotta admit, that dude has some very funny ass moments. Like, that dude did some funny shit. I couldn't help but laugh at a bunch of shit that this dude did. It was, you know, that like the shit that's so like idiotic, like the shit that's so stupid that you know that they doing it on purpose. So you know, like they doing it like as a comedian, but they trying to confuse everybody else and make everybody else think that they fucking for real, but they really not. You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck. He said, my man GMS is on that drinking drink. It's just a beer. This is actually my first beer. I need another one. We gonna get another beer cracking in here. Hey, I just rhymed and didn't even mean to. We gonna get another beer cracking in here. What was the conspiracy shit I was gonna talk about? What was we gonna talk about? Oh, Bezos. I think that was it. That might have been it. About the space shit. About them going to space. Yes. Listen. Can we talk some shit? All right, hold on. Listen, man. First of all, when I heard Jeff Bezos was gonna go to, this dude's been killing the rich. This is the guy actually I wanna read his tweets off. This dude, Robert Reich. I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna read off his tweets in a second, because this dude was killing it. But what up, JR? He said Bezos only went to the edge of space only for 11 minutes. Yeah, he was trying to make sure that he could make it. Trump made good comedy TV, especially during lockdown. Hell yeah. Even his tweets, I'm sitting there watching this dude's tweets. I'm like, he cannot be serious. First of all, before I go to the space shit, let me just say, Trump's final, like, bro, I swear, I'm trying to remember what like character this is or what movie or TV show this is. But yo, Trump did some shit like the final hoorah, the last sick joke. Like the last sick joke he could fucking pull was to try to say the whole shit was rigged, right? It had a whole bunch of people try to believe in it, and then he got the same people that supported him all arrested and like as much as he could. He tried to get as many people at once to all contradict themselves all at once and get, bruh, I'm telling you, think about it. All the stuff he was saying about Black Lives Matter, all the stuff he was saying about rioting, looting, and protesting, all that stuff. And then at the end of it, even back the blue, supporting police, all that shit, he managed to have all of his damn near all, he just had a big ass population of his followers contradict themselves in a very horrible way as his final hurrah out of the White House. Because they all collectively protested, marched, all was against the police. Their cause that they felt like Black Lives Matter was for nothing, their cause was literally for nothing. They ended up getting a police officer killed. I believe 2, actually. So where was the blue for that? And then, just to top it all off, all the motherfuckers got charged. I think there's like 200 plus some people that got charged. They just sentenced the first person the other day, I think yesterday. And it was one of the people that was on camera. He was in he got donkey of the day. He was one of the people that was standing in the middle of the room with a Trump flag, and they gave him 8 months prison time. And I think he has to do 2 years probation. That was the first charge that they handed out to the first person to one of the 200 plus people that got charged in the Capitol riots on January 6th. Don't forget it. What a final sick joke. But here we go. So, JR said, Earth is going. Hold on, wait. Let me see. Hold on. I got to go back to the top. Happy birthday, mine. Whose birthday is it? Did somebody say it was their birthday? Did I miss a birthday? Who said it was their birthday? They said, happy birthday, mine is Friday. G going to drop something on your Cash App later today. Thank you. Appreciate it, bruh. Appreciate it. If your birthday's on Friday, happy birthday. Speaking of Friday, you guys that are watching right now, I just got to say, if you see another preview of mine, you see that I have an interview coming up this Friday. I'm interviewing a good friend of mine, man. His name is Jake Faircloth. He is definitely an ally of ours. He is a white man that loves hip-hop, and I know that sounds fucking crazy because it's like, oh, yeah, a white boy that loves hip-hop. No, I'm just giving you his credentials. He's a white man that loves hip-hop, but he actually genuinely appreciates the culture and actually doesn't just sit around paying attention to just the culture in that way. He actually gives a fuck about the social aspect of everything. He understands why Black Lives Matter. He understands the importance of being in a space that's not his. You know what I'm saying? This is a person that speaks to me in a way where he knows that he is a guest in this culture. And I think that's a person that has great perspective on that. And I think we're going to talk a lot about music, and we're going to talk a lot about a lot of cool shit. So if you're a music fan and if you love old school, new school, whatever type of music, whatever the case may be, and you got a good knowledge on music history, or just want to talk that shit and want to enjoy good conversation. Also, he is the head of a podcast, a very well-known podcast, The Wiseman Show, based out here in Minnesota. They've interviewed some of the best fucking artists you've ever heard of, even the fucking the vets out here, motherfucking Devin the Dude, Redman, motherfucking Bone Thugs and Harmony, motherfucking all these motherfuckers. So just tune in Friday. I had to plug that just to let y'all know to tune in, because I really want y'all to pull back up. It's going to be a great interview. It's going to be a great episode. So anyway, back to the conversation. Also, hold on. I think I heard my Cash App. Let me shout this person out, whoever it was. Let's see. Who was that? Hey, shout out to J.R. Miller, my bro, man, for the 20 on the Cash App, man. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate that shit, man. When y'all hit the Cash App, I really do appreciate that shit, for real. It lets me know y'all really, really, really support the channel, man, and y'all really fuck with me, and we going to keep growing together. Now, we have to get to this shit, all right? We have to get to this shit. Listen, there are rich men going to space paying millions of dollars for a ticket to go to space. Now, not only are they getting these tickets to go to space, but they are also building their own crafts. That's weird to me. That's very weird to me. I feel like this is something like, do you think, let me give you a scenario. Let's just say that all the natural disasters that's happening right now are happening for a reason. It's like the earth is getting ready to cleanse and fucking get rid of a whole bunch of shit, and it's about to be a whole bunch of natural disasters and gonna be like the fucking apocalypse type shit. What if these people are trying to get ready and first of all have this motherfucker Elon Musk spearheading this mission to get all the rich and all the important motherfuckers out of space to try to get them to another inhabitable planet and leave all of us behind? Do you think that's really about to happen? Do you think that's a possibility? I think it might be a possibility. Who knows? I feel like that. Maybe I'm just being a conspiracy theorist, but it's like, why are all these billionaires all of a sudden trying to take rides to space right now? Just for fun. Like, why are you? I mean, I get if you have the money, I guess, to do it for fun. But it's like, why? Why would you do it for fun? In a time where there's a whole bunch of stuff going on and there's other different ways where you could be utilized. Now, I don't like to let nobody, I don't like to say nothing or try to, try to dictate what people do with their money. But at the same time, it's like the realness of the situation. What do you do about, like, what do you think? What do y'all think? Am I thinking too much? Is it because I'll be smoking? What is it? I want to know. Does that sound logical? Do you think that might be happening? He said, bye, let their ass go. Shy Girl said, GMS, they are about to re-gentrify space, my dude. Oh, you think so? Hey, Kwame Brown, Bust Life. Hey, I see. Hey, is it? I really want to know if this is really Kwame. Like, I really want to know. I really want to know, because I don't know if this man really be commenting in people's stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have to, I'll have to spend like $2.99 on his next live and be like, hey, Kwame, was this you in my live the other day? And then have him be like, yeah, that was me, or be like, no, that's not me. That's a bot. I got a bot in here, because I remember he mentioned that in one of his lives. Matter of fact, shout out to AP, motherfucking 3G's podcast. He said he was watching a live of Kwame one day and said that there was a bot out there that was commenting in certain people's lives and that it wasn't him. Now, I'm putting this out there because I'm trying to see if this is really him commenting, because I see the picture and I see the name. But these bots be tricky. Who knows? If it really is Kwame, though, salute. Salute. We talking about some conspiracy shit. He said, Anthony said, let them start a planet where their food is bland potato salad, cat raisins in it, where nobody can dance or invent. See ya. They'll just take everything they had here and then try to reinvent that and just try to make more money on top of that on another earth, because they won't know shit about about what happened here, because this motherfucker gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I think the numbers dropped because I think people try to see if that's really him. Y'all should really try to click on that username and see if it really is. Y'all find that out for me. Find it out for me. Do your job. Do your Googles. Do your work, GMS family. Find out if that's really Kwame. So I won't have to ask this question again. Talking Parody said, yeah, something up with this space stuff. Look at that movie 2012 where all the rich had a getaway with the earth. You're right. That's a perfect example. That is the perfect example right there. What if the tickets they were buying to go out of space were really the tickets for the shit to get the fuck up out of here with all the other rich niggas? What if that was it? Niggas trying to do the wild conspiracies. What if that was it, motherfucker? He said they already trying to block the sun down on Earth. Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, that's another thing. Right now in Minnesota, the air is thick. And it's real foggy and it's smoky out here because there's a bunch of wildfires going on in Canada, and that shit is seeping down here through Wisconsin and I believe northern southern. I said southern, northern and southern. But either way, where we are right now, it's really thick out here right now. So motherfuckers with asthma and all types of different conditions can't be outside just walking around breathing the motherfucking air right now because it's fucking thick. Beyonce said, I said Beyonce. Bianca loves conspiracy thought. Oh, we gonna go to the conspiracy talk already. Anthony said, who is that? That is a species known as humans. They enslave each other, fight, breathe, disease. And yeah, how do they know there's not already life form there? They don't know how other life form lives. Motherfuckers could be underground. They probably just put a fucking drone on it and was like, oh, we don't see nothing, but I guess you can breathe. There's water here. Man, motherfucking be a big, stupid, dumbass, 150,000 foot lake monster. Come out the ground and shit. You have no idea. One punchline said, let's say they colonize a new planet. They need resources which they'll take from Earth until Earth has no more. That is true. That is true too. Like I said, they're gonna take everything from here that they need that'll benefit them if that was the case. Oh, the movie Interstellar. Have you ever seen? I don't think I seen that. I need to watch it again. I need to watch that again. Corin Stevens says they definitely want to terraform Mars for the elite, with no actual government and their own currency in the form of crypto. Yeah, because who needs actual physical forms of money when now that cryptocurrency works very well and the people are very receptive of it. Ron Brown said, I just hope the aliens on the other planets are smarter than the natives that started this one. Don't let them fools get out. Oh, man. I'm telling you, JR said you have to earn enough money to move to the next level in this simulation game. Damn, you're right. You're right. You're very right. She said, I'll take Beyonce. Thanks. You welcome. Hey, yo, listen. I don't know what this thing is, or their infatuation with wanting to do in like incredibly stupid or crazy things when they have an immense amount of money. But it's just very odd. It's very odd, man. And it's like, it's one thing. Okay, I'd see if like they just paid NASA and was like, yeah, put us on a spaceship and go. But these people are creating their own aircrafts, their own spaceships to fly off of. Like they put money into their own spaceships. If that's not alarming to some degree, I don't know what is. What is it that they know that we don't? What ties do they have to the government? Oh, that just confirmed that just confirmed that that's a fake. That's a fake. That's a fake Kwame. That's definitely a fake Kwame. No, that's definitely a fake Kwame. Kwame would never. I feel like Kwame would never say nothing like that. You just gave yourself up. You just gave yourself up. It's fake. It's got to be fake. You gave yourself up. I don't think he would say anything of that nature. Y'all don't feed into that. Why do you, if you watch Kwame's lives, you would know that this specifically, I don't think he would say. I do not think he would say this. I don't think he would have mentioned Hassan at all. At all. Listen to this. Does this sound like something Kwame would say? You should have me on your show. Maybe we can chop it up. Hassan Campbell don't want my mama's cooking. Matter of fact, you spell cooking with a G. That's how I know you're not Kwame. You spelled it with a G. A G. It's supposed to be cooking. Mama's cooking. Nigga gave himself away with a error. You gave yourself away with a spelling error. Now I won't believe it until I actually do get an interview with the actual Kwame Brown. Man, I done shouted this motherfucker. I done shouted this motherfucker out twice on social media. Thinking it was actually Kwame because he has the same exact picture and the same name. Because you can't have the same like name or anything like that on YouTube if it is your channel. But if you're a bot, I can't put nothing past these bots, man. That's why I had to say this shit in the beginning too. If he didn't say nothing else, he probably would have had the mysterious shit going still. You know, he could have probably popped back up in the live and put the eyeballs and shit. But nah, that whole sentence gave you away, my guy. Black man said, we still gonna manifest. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. I'm still, hey man, I've been manifesting, I've been speaking shit into existence in the first place, nigga. That's why the fuck we, GMS family, got to over 1,000 subscribers before next month. Because we've been manifesting. We've been manifesting. And we have been speaking it into existence, and we have been grinding, and we have been here every day, and we have been pushing these motherfucking episodes out, and we have just been motherfucking sticking together. All my habitual pull-uppers, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. All the new motherfuckers, I appreciate y'all. All the people that come through and support, period. Thank you. All the people that follow me on my socials, appreciate you. All the people that donate to the Cash App, I really appreciate you. I really thank you, and I owe you a debt to fucking continuing to push this and elevate this and bring us all to where we supposed to be and just continue to thrive, motherfucker. Thank you. Thank all of y'all. Now, you know what time it is, man. I know we can get into the conspiracy shit, but like I said, you know what I'm saying? We just got monetized. I'm not trying to be up here doing too much crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it G, and we got to keep moving. We got to keep elevating. So you know what time it is, GMS family. Put the GMS in the comments right now. You know what time it is. If you weren't in the comments and you just watching, put a GMS in the comments right now. You know what we about to do. We about to shout everybody's name out right now who participated. Yeah. GMS family, put the GMS in the comments right now. Let's go. I'm shouting everybody out. Shout out Lady Aries, Black Man America, Arius Allen, Jay Monte, Kid at Heart, Binky Bianca, One Punch Line, James Jones, Hank, USMC, Sean Harris, Talking Parodies Over Food, shout out to you. Joe Blast, shout out to you, my guy. J.R. Miller, the Matareta, shout out to Nuke, Breathe Easy, Anthony M. the Professor. A. Bars to Market. JG. Ron Brown, Corin Stevens. I just yo. Hey, yo, okay. I can't read that, but that was hilarious. Shout out to Corin Stevens, Paris Collins. Y'all be funny as hell. MHMB Radio Show. That's right. Every beat you hear on here, I made. Uncode, always. The bot who is Kwame Brown Bless Life. You gave yourself up today, sir. You put yourself on blast. Shy Girl 64. Let's go. Where them GMS's at? Put them GMS's in the comment if I didn't say your name. Even if I did, put a GMS in the comments. Let's go. GMS family, where you at? GMS family, where you at? Hey. I see Sean Harris already called North Mem 901. King Otto. Putting them GMS's in there, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Hey, oh yeah, if you didn't check out that 5150, Craig Fax is back. Go check it out. It was a fucking hilarious episode. 5150 might be on to something again. X from VA. I didn't see no GMS, but I'm still gonna shout you out because I'm a real nigga. Yeah. Smoke something, drink something, have a good fucking Wednesday night. Stay hustling. Pull up on me Friday for the Jake Faircloth interview. You don't want to miss that. It's gonna be a great conversation. It's gonna be some great talk, some great music talk, some great hip hop shit. If you a real hip hop lover, a real music lover, pop in. And then you see that link right there that my guy JR posted. Click that shit. Go get you a GMS jersey, a GMS t-shirt, a GMS rolling tray. Roll some of that devil's lettuce. Appreciate you, Lady Aries. Appreciate you, King Otto. Let's get it. GMS, I'm signing out. Y'all have a good night.